Kleptomonkeyac is the kind of word that makes me wish I'd thought of it first. Oh well. Carlos Ramirez is the convent's best patron. He does so much for them that when he asked for a small favor, watching a little boy for him for a few days, they were glad to agree.
Sister Bertrille, I thought that you said that Senor Ramirez wanted us to care for a little boy named Pepe.
I believe you said a cute little fellow named Pepe.
That's a cute little fellow.
Well, isn't he?
Carlos forgot to mention that he's not a cute little fellow human, and it didn't occur to Sister Bertrille to ask. Still, they agreed to do this, and since it was Sister Bertrille's goof, she gets to be Pepe's guardian until his mother comes to pick him up.
Oh.
Do you hear me?
That's no way to handle a monkey, sister.
They'll consistently call him a monkey. Don't let it drive you to distraction. We know he's really a goat. The proper way to deal with him is to fly up to where he is, talk gently to him, then carry him down.
That's amazing. How did you get him to come to you like that?
Oh, it was easy. I just used my charm, my knowledge of animal psychology, and a couple of jelly beans.
Pepe has a special weakness for jelly beans that we'll see throughout the episode. We see a montage of the children playing with him, dressing him up in different outfits, all the stuff people did with young chimps in the 60s because we thought it was cute. But now they have an adult ape to deal with, Captain Fomento.
I do not wish to alarm you, sisters, but in the last few days, there have been a series of burglaries in this neighborhood.
Burglaries?
Sergeant Salazar, will you read to the ladies the list of stolen items?
3 pairs of socks, 4 pair of undershorts, a 6 t-shirts.
That's my laundry list.
Which I believe you told him to read. The missing items aren't especially valuable. They mainly seem to be shiny trinkets, which you might think would tell them something about the thief, but this is Captain Fomento.
Gold and crystal perfume bottle from Senorita Diaz. A man's gold cigarette case from Senora Rusa. White gold lady zircon ring from Senora Belmonte. A gold keychain from Senor Perez.
He also doesn't seem to notice the recurrence of the word gold, which tends to be exceptionally shiny. We've already figured it out, but we have the advantage of not being dimwits.
You naughty boy.
Oh, look, he's offering me a... Thank you very much.
That's not funny. No. Come on, you can come with me and help me set the table for lunch. Come on.
We'll even put the thief right there in his face, well, the back of his face anyway, and it won't occur to anybody that chimps like shiny things.
Will you gentlemen join us? We will be eating in a few moments.
Why, thank you, Reverend Mother. I'd love to.
I'm sorry, Reverend Mother, but we cannot accept.
Why not?
What was that?
It's my alarm wristwatch. Would you mind?
Oh.
Yes. It's reminding us that we have an appointment to catch a thief. Might I wash my hands before I go, please?
In 1969, a watch like that might cost someone like him a week's pay. But we know what Chief Galindo thinks of Fomento, so I'm going to guess it cost him 2 weeks' pay. He may have gotten ripped off because it doesn't even seem to be waterproof. He takes it off and puts it on the windowsill while he wastes all that lovely ice cream. We already knew Pepe was the thief. It's also not much of a stretch to guess where he's stashing this stuff. In Sister Bertrille's boot, of course. He doesn't know it's a boot. To him, it looks like a cubbyhole. To Sister Jacqueline, it looks like trouble. I'll spare you a lot of long, drawn-out frustration. They won't consider Pepe at all. The nuns are going to conclude that Sister Bertrille is a kleptomaniac.
I know you took off your watch to wash your hands and you put it down there. I don't understand.
Notice what's there, gentlemen. An open window with a clear path to the outside. Throw in a little gravity and it's possible it fell off and is out there in the dirt somewhere. But again, this is Fomento.
That is why you are a sergeant and I am a captain. Let me get to the point. Now, there has been a rash of robberies in the area of the convent, yet nothing has been stolen from the convent itself, except my watch.
What are you saying, Captain?
I am saying nothing, except this, that I believe that your instincts may have been correct. Why should we pass up a free lunch?
While devouring several helpings of cream pie, he'll try to drop subtle hints about the thief during lunch, and he's so subtle nobody has any idea he's doing it. But when he asks to search for his watch and Sister Jacqueline tells him to get a warrant, that settles everything in his mind.
Say no more. A search warrant is necessary. Although I have found that when people ask for a search warrant, generally they have something to hide. Come, Salazar.
Or at least it settles everything in his hat. We'll see Sister Jacqueline, Reverend Mother, and a couple of others trying to figure out what to do with Sister Bertrille and her sudden disorder.
Why, Pepe, I'm surprised at you taking things from the Reverend Mother's desk. But don't you know if you take one thing, it may lead to another and another? Oh. Empty already?
The presence of the letter opener in his possession won't tell her anything, and when she returns it, well...
Reverend Mother, I'm going into town to do some shopping, and I was wondering if I could borrow a quarter from the Children's Candy Fund to buy Pepe some more jelly beans. I'm afraid he's run out.
You mean he has finished that jar already?
Yeah, I'm afraid he's a jelly bean freak.
Jelly bean junkie would have been funnier.
Yes, I see. Well, of course you may borrow a quarter, Sister Bertrille.
Well, thank you very much, Irving. It's about it. I forgot. Your letter opener. You see, when I came into the room...
Yes, Sister Bertrille.
What?
As usual, someone is going to keep interrupting someone else so someone else can't squeeze 3 words in there. Pepe took it. Sister Bertrille leaves with the unsettling feeling that she's in trouble and she has no idea what for. But it's worse. Reverend Mother tells Sister Jacqueline, follow her. How long has she been with them now? How long has she been a model of service, giving, and love? But they're ready to assume she's the culprit, try and condemn her without letting her get a word in edgewise. I know it's probably bad karma to kick a nun in the butt, but I'd sure like to give these two a good swift one.
I'd like a quarter's worth of jelly beans.
Yes, of course.
Assorted colors and go heavy on the blacks.
Oh, Pepe is one of those. Black jelly beans are one of those things that you either love or you hate because they're licorice flavored. I don't hate them, but I do avoid them because they're licorice flavored and licorice is icky.
Anything else?
No, the children at our convent need so many things I could buy at half the store, but I only have 1 quarter.
I see. You know, sister, I have been meaning to make a contribution to your order. So, why not just take everything you need, eh?
Oh, that's so nice of you.
Sister Jacqueline didn't hear that part. That's right. She assumes Sister Bertrille is going around the store stealing stuff right in front of the proprietor using his own basket. I need to come up with a name for what's wrong with these people. We get a nice long sequence of Sister Bertrille putting supplies in the basket and Sister Jacqueline taking them out. I'm sorry, it's not funny because it's not believable. The idea that they have so little faith in Sister Bertrille after everything she's done just doesn't work. It makes them look either stupid or spiteful. The cast we've established is neither. This whole thing is so out of character, I cannot suspend my disbelief even to get to the end of the episode. Let's just finish slogging through this.
Sister.
Sister Jacqueline.
I was just picking out a book. Oh. Yes.
How to win at poker.
If her goal is to get Sister Bertrille totally weirded out, she's succeeding admirably.
Why don't we go along to the convent, my dear?
Well, sisters, did you get everything you need?
Yes, thank you so much.
Pay attention, Sister Jacqueline. He's asking her if she found all that stuff you put back. He expects her to have stuff in that basket.
And here are your jelly beans.
That's a quarter's worth?
Who's counting, sister?
It was an unusually large quarter.
Oh. There's something funny going on around here.
Well, never mind about that, dear. Now, just come along.
Now, wait a minute, Sister Jacqueline. Someone's been stealing stuff out of my basket.
Well, maybe it's someone who needs special attention.
Who?
Thank you, Senor. This is all we'll need.
I'm having trouble getting through this. They're going to call a psychiatrist, return all the missing items, Sister Bertrille's idea, by the way, and not once come out and tell Sister Bertrille what they're thinking. I know we've gotten some good mileage out of miscommunications before, but this one just is not funny. She could use those supplies, and the man was kind enough to tell her just to take them. Rather than find out what's going on, Sister Jacqueline treats her like a recalcitrant child. And then, of course, there's Fomento.
You accused the sisters of stealing from parking meters, and you were wrong. You accused them of being art forgers, and you were wrong. You also accused them of running a crooked charity bazaar, and you were wrong. What makes you think you're right this time?
The law of averages is on my side.
I think we all could have said that line with him. It was so predictable. I love this show, but I cannot get behind this episode.
Oh, excuse me, Captain.
How do you do? Yes.
I just stopped by to drop off your watch. We found it on the premises.
As I said, it probably fell out the window and they found it on the ground outside.
So I see. Do you see Salazar?
Aren't you going to take it?
Of course.
Now she's a little weirded out. As quick as she leaves, Fomento says, I have evidence and now I have fingerprints.
I have the case.
Yes, you have the case, you have the inner workings. Now all you have to do is figure out how to put it all back together. At least a project like that might keep him out of the nuns' faces for a while.
Oh, that was your Uncle Carlos. Dolores is coming home today, and he's coming over to pick you up. Pepe, bring that back here!
At least one of them knows who the real thief is now, for all the good it does her.
Captain Fomento, before you jump to any conclusions about the thief, I think that there are certain things that you ought to know, and perhaps you might feel differently about things. If I could just explain...
Reverend Mother, please do not play upon my sympathies, because once I have cornered the guilty person, it is very hard to trip me.
He won't allow her to trip him. He prefers to do it himself. Sister Jacqueline reports that Sister Bertrille is gone and she took the candlestick. Captain Fomento heard her.
So, we meet again, Sister Jacqueline.
Captain Fomento.
Salazar! Yes, my captain! Sister Bertrille is somewhere out there with a hot candlestick. You throw a dragnet.
He's wrong. She's not out there. She's up there.
All right, if that's the way you want it. Now listen to me. You listen to me. You want me to lose my temper? I want you to give me back my candlestick.
The game is over, Sister Bertrille.
Captain Fomento.
I would suggest you come down immediately and come along quietly.
Notice she's talking to someone, Captain. Maybe you should investigate that. Okay, that's one butt kicked. Bring us Reverend Mother and Sister Jacqueline to get theirs, and we can call it a day.
Reverend Mother, sisters?
Oh, Chief Galindo, I am so glad to see you.
Thank you. And what are they doing here?
That is why I have invited you to my office, Chief Galindo. I have wrapped up the case.
Now, Pepe is sitting right there in the room with everybody else, but Fomento isn't considering his possible role in all this. He tells the chief the evidence is incontrovertible, and no matter how outrageous it might seem, he was forced to arrest.
You see, Dolores? I told you he was all right.
Pepe. Oh, you naughty, naughty boy.
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, Carlos told me all about what happened. It's about the perfume bottle and the candlestick.
Senorita, are you sure that you mean...
That's right, Captain. He steals.
Chimpanzees like shiny things, and they can go places that your average human can't. He and the others were so busy suspecting Sister Bertrille, it never occurred to any of them to ask how she got out, slipped into people's homes, and took all that stuff.
Well, 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 a kleptomonkeyac.
You didn't...
Reverend Mother, with all due respect, do everyone a favor and shut up.
As I was saying, Chief Galindo, in the face of the clear-cut evidence, I was forced to arrest this monkey.
I assume he'll be testifying on his own behalf at his trial. We can guess how this is going over with Chief Galindo.
Captain, I finished the arrest report on Sister Bertrille, and once we get her fingerprints...
No, Salazar.
I'll take that. Your badge, Fomento.
It's gone.
Hey, now you give the captain's badge back right this minute.
Let him keep it, sister. That monkey may do a better job than this one.
Well, it took 1.5 years, but we finally got a bad episode. I said not long ago that it seemed we were getting back to the show's roots, Sister Bertrille fixing people. I was mistaken. We had the 2-part casino robbery where she didn't get to fix Uncle Reggie. Then we had the former boyfriend, and I guess she fixed him, but that one was just weird. And now this. It feels like we've lost our way. We're not sure what the show is about anymore, so we're just casting about for plots that might or might not be interesting. Right now, I get the feeling that our head writer spent some time at a petting zoo and it affected him, because we're in animal country all of a sudden. This episode featured a chimp, and the next one is going to feature a cow. If we get an obnoxious goat after that, I give up. If you enjoyed this, please click the like button to let me and YouTube know you want to see more. If you're not subscribed yet, punch me in the mask here and get signed up so you don't miss a thing, because something is always happening here at Irving Zoo. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Carlos forgot to mention... Dressing him up in different... The missing items, which might tell you, which you might think, okay. Windowsill while he Sister Jacqueline tells him to get a warrant, and Sister Jacqueline bites her tongue. We get a nice long sequence. We get an obnoxious goat after that. I give up. Obnoxious. I can say an obnoxious goat.